How to become debt-free in your 40s. When you were younger, you had all the time in the world to pay off your debts. Now in your 40s, the pressure to become debt-free before your long-awaited retirement may be feeling overwhelming. Plus, you have more things to pay for than you did in your 20s. Mortgages, car payments, college tuitions for your children are all stacking up on top of your student loans and credit card debts. It may seem like an impossible task, but retiring debt-free will remove the pressure of keeping up with payments when you're no longer working. Here are 10 of the best tips for how to become debt-free in your 40s or older. Number 1. Weigh the pros and cons. If you are trying to become debt-free in your 40s, it's important to weigh the pros and cons. You may be thinking that there are no cons to becoming debt-free, but there are a few, especially when you are so close to retiring. Becoming debt-free in your 40s or before you retire can cost a lot of money depending on how much debt you have accrued over the years. If getting rid of your debts requires you to use up most of your savings, then you should probably think about how that will affect your retirement. You do not want to retire with no savings. How will you support yourself? If you have enough money to pay off your debts and be comfortable when you retire, then you should definitely pay your debts. If your retirement savings will take a significant hit from you paying off your debts, then you should consider figuring out a payment plan you can afford through your retirement. This is also why it's important to have at least one source of passive income while you are retired. Having money coming in to pay off debts and any unavoidable expenses will make sure that your retirement savings are for your retirement and your retirement only. Number 2. Control your spending. This may be obvious, but controlling your spending is really hard for a lot of people. Shopping with a credit card can be an addiction, and it's the reason you have racked up so much credit card debt over the years. Avoid impulse purchases. If you think you really want something, sleep on it. Sleeping on a purchase before you buy it can really help you avoid impulse spending. Once you've slept on a purchase you want to make and you feel like you have really considered it and still think you need it, then you can get it. However, make sure you determine whether what you're purchasing is a need or a want. When you finish paying off a credit card, destroy it. Eliminate the ability to use it immediately. This will remove any unnecessary temptations you have to use it. If you feel that your credit card spending habit is something you are unable to control, then you should consider giving your credit cards to someone you trust. They can hold them for you while you work to pay them off, and you can remove your ability to use your credit cards. Number 3. Build your savings. Don't put all the money you make towards paying off your debts. Make sure that you are still contributing to your savings. Sometimes people can get so hung up on paying their debts off that they forget that they have a future they might want to be saving for. Even being debt-free will not feel very good if you are completely broke. Create a financial plan that accommodates your savings and pays off your debts. Set a certain percentage of your salary that will go to your savings and put it away religiously. It can be as low as 1%. Just make sure you are putting something away for your future. Savings always comes first, then pay off your debts. It's also important to build a budget. If you can keep your costs low, you can put any extra money you have left over to pay off your debts. The more you put towards them, the faster you will become debt-free. Number 4. Determine a debt strategy. Finding a strategy to pay off your debts will help you stay focused and on track. It's easy to get lost while paying your debt, so make sure you have a plan laid out to help you. A common debt strategy is called the debt snowball. This strategy focuses on paying your smallest debts first and paying the minimums on others. You will pay off your debts until you get to the largest ones last. This strategy is a great one if you feel that you need motivation to pay off your debts, because it makes you feel like you're accomplishing paying off multiple debts quickly in the beginning. Another debt strategy is called the debt avalanche. This is the opposite of the debt snowball, so you focus on paying off your largest debts first, while still paying the minimums on others. If you want to get your largest debts out of the way first, this is the best plan for you. You can also consolidate your debt as another strategy to pay it off. This means you combine multiple debts into one at a lower interest rate. This will make the payments easier for you to manage and also make your payoff time shorter. If you feel like your debt is completely unmanageable, then you may need to seek outside help. Nonprofit credit counseling agencies can help set you up with a plan, lower your interest rates, and shorten your payoff time. Number 5. Make more money. You probably think that if you could make more money, you already would be making more money. However, it's easy to forget that your money does not have to come from only one source of income. Anyone can pick up a side hustle even in your 40s. We have a whole video about it. There are so many things you are probably already doing that you could turn into a side hustle that makes a legitimate amount of money. Having another source of income will help you pay off your debts faster. You can also start focusing on your investments and assets. Any extra money you can get coming in will result in less time you will spend paying off your debts. Number 6. Pay more than the minimum balance. If you are only paying the minimum payment on your debts every month, then you are not going to be able to pay off your debts as quickly as you may want to. Paying more than the minimum is a sacrifice you will have to make if you want to get out of debt fast. Like we mentioned previously, controlling your spending should free up some extra space in your budget to put extra money into your payments every month. You can save yourself weeks, months, and even years of paying off your debts just by putting in a little extra. This could also save you thousands of dollars on interest. Every penny counts when paying your debts, and your timing also counts a lot too. Make it a priority to become debt-free. Number 7. Open an emergency savings account. Sometimes life happens and you will need to pay for it. To avoid using your credit cards to pay for it and getting yourself into more debt while you're trying to pay it off, you need to start an emergency savings account. Put aside a small percentage of your salary every month into a savings account. Then, when there is an emergency, you do not have to undo everything you've done to become debt-free. Number 8. Refinance your loans and debt. When you have racked up a lot of debt, you lose a lot of money to interest over the years. You can wind up paying 3 times as much for things. You paid for it with credit because of the interest. If you can refinance your loans and debt even just into a shorter pay period, you can save thousands on interest. Especially when you're in your 40s, any money you can save and put to your retirement is so valuable. Number 9. Download a debt payoff app. Debt payoff apps can be super helpful when paying off your debt. They are also super convenient because they are on your phone and can send you reminders and keep you responsible. They can help you with payment planning. Debt payoff apps can help you create a payment plan that works for you. They will also compare different payoff options so you can get the best rate in the smallest amount of time. These payment plans are completely customizable according to how much debt you have and how quickly you want to pay it off. Tracks your spending. If you need help controlling your spending, these apps are great. They will create a budget that you can stick to and also have money to pay off your debt. Automated debt payoffs. Some of these apps will make extra automated payments wherever they can. They can round up your debit transactions and put the extra money into a fund that will be used to make an extra payment every month. They can also analyze your bank accounts and see if you have any extra money to put towards debts so that you can meet your financial goals. Some of the best apps for debt payoff on the market today are Tally, Coins, Digit, and Mint. They each have different specialties and focuses, so it's important to research to see which one is best for you and your lifestyle. Number 10. Avoid falling back into old habits once you are debt-free. Debt comes from bad habits. You can work really hard to get over these bad habits and become debt-free. However, be wary of falling back into these bad habits. Once you are debt-free, you may feel like you have enough self-control to use a credit card or take out a loan. Do not fall into this trap, especially in your 40s. When you are in your 40s or older, it is best to stay out of debt as much as possible. With retirement on the horizon, you want to be able to have as much money and savings to live your dream retirement. Even after you have paid off all your debts, Continue to practice the habits that got you to financial stability. Keep a budget, don't make impulse purchases, and live within your means. These practices are very healthy and will help support you throughout the rest of your life. Do not get wrapped up in the need for material items. Spending time with those you love and care about can help you focus on what matters and also keep you out of getting into more debt. Be proud of yourself for what you have accomplished and do not get sucked in by reverting to past mistakes. If your goal is to become debt-free in your 40s, you can and should do it. Being debt-free will relieve a lot of stress and anxiety and allow you to spend your money on things you want to enjoy now. A lot of paying off your debt comes from developing good financial habits that will help you for the rest of your life. It is never too late to have a better relationship with money. Many people have become debt-free in their 40s or older, and you can too. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Subscribe to our channel if you would like to see more content like this. If you have any more tips on how to pay off your debt, leave it in the comments down below. We love hearing from you. We wish you the best of luck in becoming debt-free.